first video. I need to learn to look at the viewfinder and stop looking at the screen. But today, I really wanted to touch on the topic of overthinking, right? Now, I feel like it might sound slightly cliche, but I feel like I've come to realize as a society and as young people, people my age, maybe in their early 20s, whatever, teens, I think we have a big problem with just overthinking and the way we perceive our own self-perception, I guess, the way we perceive how we present ourselves to the world. And I think we overthink a lot about the idea of how other people will judge us, right? And to be completely honest, I feel like it's something that I kind of struggled with for a little bit, and I'm improving on it, and I'm really happy with it. But I feel like as human beings, we would benefit from just not thinking as much. Now, I know it might sound stupid, but I feel like every now and then it's beneficial for us to just do, right? To just do, just act on the first thought, run the first mile, do the first workout, whatever it is, start that project that you dropped 3 months ago and get back into it. I think sometimes even more impulsive things such as should I go talk to this person, or am I gonna make a fool out of myself? Should I jump on the dance floor, or is everyone gonna laugh at me, make fun of me? I think a lot of people say it can stem from insecurities and stuff, but I think a lot of it is just the fear of being negatively perceived, which fair enough, because no one wants to be perceived in a negative light, especially nowadays where everything is so easy to be shared around and spread around because of social media and the way technology is nowadays. I feel like we really can benefit from doing things mindlessly, or not mindlessly, but doing things without overthought, because that can lead us into doors and directions that we never know could have opened up if we hadn't done the first step, taken the first step into it. You know what I mean? It's it really is hard. It's way easier said than done. But I think the way it is in current society is so different to maybe how our parents and grandparents had it. I feel like our parents and grandparents obviously didn't have the technology as such. They didn't have all these social stigmas. I mean, maybe they did, but they are very different. I feel like they are very much accentuated in modern day society. These stigmas of why should I post this? Why should I post this song? Why should I post this video? It's gonna get 10 likes, people are gonna laugh at me. But you never know that one day where a creative product of yours can pick up traction, right, out of nowhere, whether it's out of chance, out of universal energy, God, whatever it is. You really can miss out on big opportunities doing what you love doing just because of having the fear of not doing it, And I feel like I'm waffling a lot, but I feel like it's to do with self-love. I feel like we love ourselves so much that we don't want to put ourselves in these alien I guess zones, these alienated positions where we're it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a bit of a hazard, because I don't know how it's gonna go. If I go up and talk to her, I don't know how she's gonna respond, you know what I mean? Which, fair enough, because as humans, I think the only thing we fear is the unknown. It's kind of like, I think it's the opposite. I think what people don't realize is, by not going out there and putting yourself out there, you're actually kind of hindering yourself. Not kind of, you are very much hindering yourself, because like I said, an opportunity can come where you would have never thought it would come if you hadn't put yourself out there, and you can miss many opportunities because of that. I think self-love is very important. It's like the first step in eliminating self-doubt, you know, eliminating any sort of insecurity or fear. And I think another problem as well that kind of ties into it a little bit is, I feel like we give others way more love than we give ourselves. And I think that's a big problem. Personally, something I would say I struggled with a lot. Like, I'm a culprit of it, but I'm really improving in it, and that's the most important thing. Like, I'm working on it, and I'm very much proud to say that I'm doing way better. Like, I think putting your energy, too much of your energy, into one person or one thing can actually diminish the value of that dynamic. It's kind of like, it's literally like a currency. It's like, if you print out too much money, then hyperinflation will take its thing, and it will make the currency less valuable. Now, I'm not saying don't care about people you like. I'm not saying don't care about people you love. I'm not saying don't do this, that, and the third. But what I'm saying is, the first person that should have all of your love and respect is yourself. And before you can go out there and pour love into a relationship, into another individual, you have to make sure that you are absolutely not obsessed with yourself, but you are absolutely in love with yourself. Like, and it might sound sort of selfish and self-centered or whatever, but I feel like every one of us has to have at least a tiny bit of like selfishness, like when it comes to loving yourself and being true to who you are. I think true prosperity comes from really being at peace with who you are as an individual, and not taking in others' opinions too hard, like too much. Like, it is very much easier said than done. It's not easy for most people. It's definitely not been easy for me. I'm not saying I've reached this level where I'm at enlightenment, or, you know, where I'm perfectly happy, like 100% happy. Like, obviously there's still things that I feel like I have needs to improve on. But at the end of the day, the first step is realizing and understanding and acknowledging the traits that you have that you want to improve on or fix, right? And yeah, like, it's just, it just sounds so much easier said than done, but I promise, like, it really is a work for you to, it's like a task for you to progress in. It's like a muscle. Like, you know, the mind is a muscle as well. And to be completely honest, I think we have to understand that self-acceptance isn't about perfection. It's not about being a perfect human being, because that doesn't exist. No such thing exists. Even the happiest and richest, monetarily richest people alive have things about themselves that they dislike, whether it's insecurities, fears, anything. I think self-acceptance really stems from acknowledging the true person you are, the genuine, flawed, imperfect person that you are. There's perfection in imperfection. Kind of doesn't really make sense. It's a bit contradictory, but I feel like that's the best way to put it. And when it comes to like giving people too much, I think we shouldn't regret giving people love or energy. I don't per se think giving too much of yourself is possible. I don't think giving too much love, too much energy to one person is a thing, because I recently really started believing that whatever love and whatever energy you give out into the universe will only come back tenfold in abundance, right? Like, me personally, I hate having to feel like I've given someone too much love, like I've given someone too much of myself. I dislike that feeling so much. I've felt it before and I don't want to ever feel like it again. I think it's quite a toxic mindset to get into, because that's when you start, you know, just isolating yourself and closing off on people that really, really do care about you. You know, it's, at the end of the day, just understand that the love you're giving out is merely just like not even a 1% of how much you truly love yourself. I feel like another problem is when we pedestalize people, when we put people on this higher echelon, like, not echelon, that doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean, like this higher level where we think, oh, this person is gonna make me whole, or this thing is gonna make me whole, even like monetary, materialistic objects, or just money itself. Like, when we really pedestalize things and people that aren't us, ourselves, that's when we start thinking that we have to rely on these things or these people to be truly happy, when in reality that shouldn't ever be the case. Like, I feel like we think as humans that if we like 50% of who we are, for example, we think that by falling in love with someone, or by finding someone, that we're going to be complete, or we're going to be whole, and we're going to get that extra 50% to make us truly happy. But to be completely honest, that is bullshit. Like, imagine that person comes in and then it doesn't work out. What happens then? Are you just going to go back to being your 50% self? That doesn't make any sense to me. And it shouldn't be a thing. I mean, it still will be a thing, unfortunately, but I feel like it's something we have to work on. It's something we have to, I don't want to say change, because you shouldn't change for anyone or anything, but I think you should change for yourself. That's the only person you should change for, and only for the better. I don't mean start picking up drugs, start, I don't know, drinking, like overly drinking, excessively, whatever, start doing drugs. Like, when I say love yourself, and when I say like find who you truly are and be whole with yourself as an individual, I mean do things you wouldn't normally do productive things, whether it's even catching up with like uni essays, whether it's even creative stuff, anything, like even going to a lecture. Like, I know me personally, like the start of uni, I was so good with lectures, labs, I did not miss a thing, and then I kind of dipped. I started going into a bit of a dip near the end of 2024. Like, the last few months of 2024, I felt like I was unfortunately sort of stagnant, and I was really letting my mind be the driver, when in reality I should let my heart and my soul be the driver, because at the end of the day, my heart and my soul know what's best for me. I was thinking that by not going to these lectures, oh, I'm just going to sleep in, I'm going to have a day in, I'll do the work. Now granted, I do all the work, I don't miss any work, but even just being present in the lecture, just stepping out of this setting, stepping out of your, I guess, your zone, your comfort zone, that's literally what it is, physically stepping out of your comfort zone, which is, whether it be your room, your house, whatever it is, go out there and just go for a walk. It's just gonna refresh your mind, and it's really gonna give you like a blank canvas to start painting on. It's gonna just refresh you for the rest of the week, or for the rest of the month, even, whatever it is. Like, I think we think need to stop saying think and like, but I feel like as humans we think that we are giving ourselves love and grace by staying in our comfort zone. And I also touched on it a second ago earlier, like that's the opposite, that's the complete opposite of self-love. That's the complete opposite of like how you should go about life, because that's not love. If anything, that's just like it's kind of cowardly, like, to be honest. It's not cowardly, but I think how do I put this? I keep stuttering. My point is, true self-love and true self-acceptance is choosing what you know deep down in your heart is best for you, not what your brain tells you, not the, oh yeah, I'll just sleep in, it's 9 a.m, I'm not getting up at 6:37 to get ready for it, whatever. Like, what? How is that self-love? True self-love is seeing yourself want to succeed and want to do the best you can do in life and be the best person you can be. Not perfect, but the best that you can be, because perfection doesn't exist, I think, in humans at least, right? But yeah, like, it's the complete opposite of self-love. It's actually self-hindrance. It's self-destruction. Being an unproductive person, it will only lead you to, it's like a snowball that becomes a blizzard. It will only lead you to a deeper hole, and at one point the hole is going to be taller than you. Like, it's going to be really hard to climb out of it. Very metaphorical, but I feel like I got my point across. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like I said earlier, the last few months of 2024, I felt like I was in a bit of a stagnant position and I wasn't being as productive, but I realized it. I feel like even though it might have been a month or two of such and such, I realized it, and I've started to pick up the problem and really try and just solve it. I've not let it go down too far to the point where, like, when exams come, I'm gonna struggle. Like, I started, going to lectures, I started doing everything that I need to do, doing extra work, staying behind till late at night, whether it's 1 a.m, 2 a.m, whatever it is. And it really has been a progress for me to get back on track. Now, am I fully back on track? Absolutely not. There's always more work to do. But I'll tell you what, when you finish what you need to do and you put all the work in, you're gonna look back and you're really gonna appreciate it, and you're gonna think, wow, I'm so happy, because now is a time where I can really relax, and maybe for a few weeks or whatever it is, a month or two, I can chill and I can truly be happy. That's really what it is. It's like if you choose short-term comfort, you're choosing long-term discomfort, It's like, don't I forgot how the phrase goes, but don't create a future don't create a present hell with the expectation of Don't create a present hell with the expectation of a future heaven. That's what it is. Shit, took me a few tries, but we got there at the end, right? And yeah, that's really what it is. Don't create present hell with the expectation of a future heaven. Instead, work through what you need to work through right now, and be present, right? Be present, be there, be active, do what you need to do, understand what you need to do. At least write out a plan. If you don't want to get your work started today, at least sit down and just say to myself, okay, tomorrow or the day after, I'm setting everything out. This is exactly what I need to do, exactly what I need to start trying, and tick it off. Verbalize it, make it physical. Don't just keep it in your mind. an idea that sleeps in your mind is never an idea that will exist. That's what I think. I've been saying for months I want to start doing whatever it is, these video journals, vlogs, videos, whatever it is. I feel like I put it off for so long because at one point I was like, oh, where am I going to get the money, where this is, that and the third. I made it happen, right? And you know what's crazy? I was going to stay putting it off because I still not really got everything that I need. I mean, no tripod, no mic, whatever it is. But I managed to find a tripod actually. Uni of Library gives out free media equipment. They rent them out, they loan them out. So I managed to get my tripod, and I thought I'm not gonna sit there and wait for a mic. Like, I don't need to. Just get it started, you know. Just get over and done with. But yeah, but that's all I've had to say today, and all love.